In this tutorial, we'll study the nominative case, its forms, and its use. Here are the nominative case endings for all 5 declensions in the singular and plural. Now you'll notice for the third declension singular, it's left blank. That's because the third declension singular does not actually have a nominative ending. Instead, it's irregular, and you have to just memorize each noun as you go. The nominative case indicates the subject of a finite verb. Now, you're probably wondering, what's a finite verb? A finite verb is a verb with a tense and an ending telling you the person of the verb. Here's an example. Ambulabat is a finite verb. It is imperfect tense. It has that BA that is the distinctive mark of the imperfect. And it has the T ending of the third person singular. It means he or she was walking. It's a finite verb. Non-finite verbs are all those other things derived from verbs. Example, ambulare is the infinitive of the verb. It means to walk. It has tense, but it does not have a person. Now, finite verbs can have subjects, but they don't have to. Here's an example of a finite verb without a subject. Ambulabamus in silva. We were walking in the forest. Now, the English translation has a subject, we. But in Latin, you don't have to use the pronouns. We know this means we were walking simply because the verb ending all on its own, mus, means we were walking in the forest. Ad urbem ambulaverunt. This is a finite verb. It means they walked to the city. But there's no actual subject in this sentence. Who the they is that walked to the city probably was established in a previous sentence. Now this brings us to the nominative. When you do want to add an actual subject to your finite verb, you need to use the nominative case form. So if I add that the slaves walked to the city, it's servi ad urbem ambulaverunt, and we must use the nominative form of the noun. And since the verb is plural, we use the nominative plural long I ending. Here's another sentence. Mater in foro tunicas emit. The mother bought tunics in the forum. Mater is the nominative singular form of the word mother, and that is how it can be the subject of the verb emit. We also use nominative with the verb to be in all of its forms and tenses. Femina est laeta. The woman is happy. And when you have an adjective, what the woman is, it will also be nominative and match the number, case, and gender of the noun it describes. In the plural, milites sunt fortes. The soldiers are brave. Now, a final very important point. Remember, word order doesn't matter. In the sentence, amicos Marcus salutabat, we know that it means Marcus was greeting the friends because the US ending of Marcus makes it nominative. That's your subject. Also, since there has to be agreement in number, meaning if Marcus is singular, then the verb also has to be singular, this BAT ending, singular third person, tells you that amicos, which is an accusative plural, can't be the subject, and instead it's your object.